Good day, my friends. Let's learn something new today. Okay, let's have a look at some questions and how to make questions using the verb to be, is, am, and are. Righto. And as I say over here, welcome to our exciting English lesson today. We're learning about question words and how they work with is, am, and are. Let's learn how to make questions and get answers. So that is basically our objective for this lesson over here. That is how to make questions using is, am, and are, and how to get answers. And of course, it's made by myself, Alf Grobler, or Alfred Grobler. Great. Question words with is, am, and are. Righto. Let's go for it. Now guys, these tables, right, you see how we're first making the positive table. I, he, she, it, we, you, are. Of course, now still busy drawing the tables properly. Oh, okay. Maybe my sequence is not completely right. Okay, let's look over it again. I am, he, she, it is, we, you, they, are. Guys, these tables over here, right, let's just go through it very quickly. These tables, I cannot tell you how important it is to know these tables over here. Now, as for questions, am I, is he, is she, is it, are we, are you, are they. These are the basics of forming any question. Like for instance, am I late? No, you're on time. Is your mother at home? No, she's out. Are your parents at home? No, they're out. And of course, is it cold in your room? No, it isn't. Guys, these tables over here, make sure you know them by heart. Honestly, you must be able to say them without even thinking. I am, he is, she is, it is, we are, you are, they are. Guys, you must know all this stuff just off your mind. You mustn't even think about it to answer all these things over here, because this is the basic of asking questions using the verb to be. Honestly, guys, these are too important.
What's your name?
Bruce.
Are you married?
I'm single.
How old are you?
25.
Are you a student?
No.
Righto. Who, what, where, which. All these words is asking about people and things. Let's look at it in a little bit more detail. Who? We use who to ask about people. For example, who is your teacher? Who is that guy? Who is that lady there? Right. What is to ask about things. We use what to ask about things. For example, what is your favorite color? Or what is your favorite fruit? Something like that. Where? That is asking about places, right, or position. We use where to ask about places. For example, where is the book? And then of course, which. Now guys, which, let's just go here. Which, we use which to ask about choice. For example, which color do you like? Now, many people will use what. It's not incorrect, like over here, what is your favorite color? Or you could say, which is your favorite color? Either one is correct. It's just that which will be more appropriate for any speaker, natural English speaker, will rather use which before they will use what. But what is also completely acceptable. Great. How and why? Asking about actions and reasons. How? Let's first look at how. We use how to ask about how something is done or how someone feels. For example, how are you today? Or how do I bake a chocolate cake? Something like that maybe. Or why? Why are you late? We use why to ask for a reason. For example, why are you late? The traffic was terrible, or whatever the case might be, or why did you do that? Why don't you study? So as you can see, we can use these words, guys, for many, many things, right? Honestly, it is important to know how they work. Righto, guys, let's have a look at where, what, who, why, which, and how. And we'll be looking at an example of each one of them. Righto, let's start off by where. Where? Where are you from? You could just say England, short answer, or you could also say I'm from England, but that's a long answer, right? Short answer, you can just say England. What? What color is your car? You can say it's red, right? Who, right? Who is always asking about people. Who is that man? He's my father. Or you could just say, well, he's my father would be, is the best answer over here in this case here. Just to say father is not completely right. You can rather say he's my father. That'll be much better. Which, remember, which is about choice. Which one do you want? The red one, the big one, the small one, whatever the case might be, because you're asking to have choice between different sizes maybe, or different colors, or whatever the case might be. Righto, why? So asking for a reason. This hotel isn't very good. Why is it so expensive? Righto. And also how? How did you get here? And of course by train. All short answers. Now guys, contractions. I don't know if you know what a contraction is. A contraction is normally when we take two words and we join them in together to make one word. For instance, what is becomes what's. Who is whose. Where is where's. And of course how is how's. What's the time? Where's John? Who is that man? How's your father? Follow, those are all words we've used the contracted form of the where is, who is, what is, right? Righto guys, with that we have come to the end of this slide. Let's look at the next one. Okay, let's start looking at short answers, yes, no, and sometimes you have to give it a little bit more. A yes or a no just won't do. You'll have to give a little bit more, but sometimes it's very seldom that happens, right? Firstly, let's go and have a look at the short answers. After asking a question, we use short answers to give a quick information. For example, are you happy? Yes, I am. Or no, I'm not, whatever the case might be. Are you ill? No, I'm not. Are you feeling good? Whatever the case might be. Righto, and let's look at the second one, of course. Yes or no. This is just yes or no answers. We use yes or no to answer questions that can be answered with a simple yes or no. This is very important, guys. When you can just answer with a simple yes or no, do it that way, right? Like, for instance, are you hungry? You can say yes or no. Do you want to go somewhere? Yes or no. Let's go and have a look at number 3. Giving a little bit more details. Sometimes we have to add a little bit more information to the short answer. For example, where is a book? It's on the table. Which fruit do you like? For instance, you'll have to say an apple, right? You sometimes have to give just a little bit more information to make it correct. Short answers with yes, no, and more. Continued. Let's continue a little bit more, guys. And once again, let's just get through all this over here. I don't know why it came out this way, but anyhow, yeah, we've got the first table. These tables, guys, you must really know them by heart, honestly. You must be able to say it without even thinking. Short answer, yes. Yes, I am. Yes, he is. Yes, she is. Yes, it is. Yes, we are. Yes, you are. Yes, they are. This I am, he, she, it is, we, you, they are, guys, it comes up regularly, and you'll be using it on a daily basis in your life. When you're speaking English, guys, honestly, you're going to be using it so many times, it's just not true, honestly. Let's just get through all this. Why is it taking so slow? Right, okay. Now we've got this one too. No, same thing. No, I'm not. No, he's not. No, she's not. No, it's not. Or no, you're not. no, they're not. Same thing, guys. These tables, honestly, you will notice that when you're speaking English, how often you'll be using this virtually on a daily basis. Right, and of course, here it is. So you can either answer this short answers over here, or you can just go straight. You can say, no, he isn't. Right? It's the same as no, he is not. Right? Or no, he's not. Right? It's the same thing. You can go and say, no, he isn't. No, she isn't. No, it isn't. No, we aren't. No, they aren't. No, whatever. Right. Now let's just go and look at it in use. First one, are you tired? Yes, I am. Are you hungry? No, I'm not, but I'm thirsty. It's a little bit longer, but it's giving a lot more information. Are these your keys? No, they aren't. That's my seat. No, it isn't. Now, guys, like in this case for the guy could have just said, you could just answer no. It's also correct as not. But if you say no, it isn't, it's just much more polite. It doesn't sound so aggressive if you just say no. Sometimes if you just say no, people will think you're a little bit rude. But yes, it's better to say no, it isn't. It's better English, put it this way. Great, guys. Now that we've gone through it all, you've know it all, and you know how to do it, it's now time to practice, right? First thing, you must find the right answers for the questions. Yeah, we've got a long list of questions over here on this one side over here. And of course, here we've got an option of answers, and here you're going to be answering them. Right, and as you can see, I've answered number 1 for you already. Where is the camera? G, in your bag. Right? Now, at this point of time, I want to say pause the video, guys. Take your notebook or paper or whatever the case might be, and answer the questions over here. And I'm going to allow you a couple of minutes, or whenever you're finished doing it, you can continue watching the video to see the correct answers. Right, guys, please pause the video.
Hey, you must pause the video.
Great, guys, I assume that you all pause the videos. Now let's go and have a look at the answers, right? Number 1 I'd given to you. Number 2, is your car blue? We said F, no, it's black, right? So it's just saying no, it isn't, and it's also correcting the guy giving the correct color. Very nicely answered. Look at number 3. Is John from Paris? Now normally you'll be asking a question like that if a guy is speaking French, but now you just said we said H, which is no, he's English, which means he is from England. Let's look at number 4. Am I late? We said number 4 is C. Yes, you are. Let's go look at number 5. Where's Peter from? We said A, London, right? You can say he's from London, but we want looking at short answers, huh? London. And let's go look at number 6. What color is your bag? And that we said is E, black. And of course number 7, are you hungry? This is, we said B, no, I'm not. You could also just say no, but it's more polite to say no, I'm not. Righto, and then 8, how is Jane? We said I, very well. And of course the nice one, the last one, who's that man? We said D, my dad. Righto, guys, that is the short answers. Let's continue with the lesson. Righto, guys, let's move on to some more practice. Yeah, you've got it. Please take your notebook, piece of paper, whatever, and answer your questions. Try and do it as correctly as possible. And once again, pause the video, take your time, try and answer them correctly. And if you're not sure, always just rewind the video and watch again, and try and answer them correctly before you move on to the answers. Right? I'm going to give you a couple of minutes, and then we move on to check the answers.
Hey, you must pause the video.
Okay, I assume you all paused your video, and it's now time to go and look at the answers of your questions that you had to write. Right, let's go and have a look at it. The very first one. Is your mother at home? Not your mother, home your mother, huh? A lot of people will say, is your mother home? In this question, because you're saying at, you'll say, is your mother at home? Righto. Let's go on to the next one. Are your parents well? The next one, are the shops open today? Where are you from? Why are you late? Righto, guys, there are the answers. Please check them. As I write over here, check your answers. If you're not sure about them, please refer back to the video. Righto, guys. Learning about questions, a quick review. The question words, we learn about 5 question words: who, what, where, why, and why. Right? Which also, which has been left out over here, but we also learned about which, right? So it's actually 6 question words, right? And is, am, and are. And of course, these question words work with is, am, and are to help us ask questions. And then of course the short answers, we practiced giving short answers to questions using yes, no, and a little bit more details in certain cases. Righto, guys, just I don't know why they excluded over here which, but which is also one of the words that we had done, because it's also important as WH questions. Righto, let's wrap it up. Great. Well, they look so happy they have learned something today. Righto, keep practicing, you're doing great. The first thing, guys, practice makes perfect. Now that's in anything, no matter what you are doing. The more you practice, the better you will become. Remember to keep practicing. The more you use question words, the better you'll get at asking and answering questions in English. You know, just by asking questions, you can have a whole conversation, really, guys. And of course, the second point, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. It's a great way to learn and improve your English skills. Really it is. Guys, questions, you can have a whole thing going, honestly. You can make a whole conversation just around the questions. Practice it. As I say, practice makes perfect, guys. Keep practicing. Don't be shy. Keep practicing, asking questions and answering questions. It's a great way to learn any language for all English. Thanks for viewing.